Good morning and welcome to Sips of Sanity. I'm Kelly.
Good morning, I'm Karen.
We are officially in the month of July and we are on day 1 of Sips of Sanity talking to you about people pleasing.
Yes.
This is a topic we are very passionate about. We've been extremely fortunate, right, Karen, to have Beverly Angell on the show talking about her book, The Nice Girl Syndrome.
Yes, and I can't wait because Beverly's going to come on a couple of times to chat with us so that people can learn about their inner people pleaser.
Excellent. So we're breaking things down into really manageable pieces, bite-sized pieces for you, and you've got the show kind of laid out in a good format. So what are we doing for day 1?
Well, I think answering a question, Kelly, who is the people pleaser anyway? Who are you? Because if you're listening to it and you think, oh, I'm not a people pleaser, I get everything I want, I do what I want.
Oh, okay. I like where you're going with this.
Yeah, like that first person right off the bat might think, oh, this show isn't for me. But it could be, because you could be people pleasing even though you bully. So stay tuned, even if you're the bully.
Because it'll go back and forth.
I think so.
Okay.
Because I think, like a lot of things, Kel, people pleasers can swing on a pendulum.
From really nice to bully.
Yeah.
And not finding that healthy middle ground.
It's important for people to hear that people pleasing can be on a pendulum swing.
Yes.
And some people are such extreme people pleasers that they never defend themselves. They never know what they want. They don't even know what they think.
I love that point.
Yeah, because sometimes not knowing what you think might allow you to sit there and get away with being passive in your own life.
Waiting for others to have an opinion and let you know how the day or the plan is going to play out.
Or the boss is going to tell you how to function, or the military, or the husband, or the wife, or the parents, or your girlfriends. It can come at you in all aspects of your life that you don't know what you think, right to the point of, I don't know if I really like coffee. I don't know if I actually like tea. Everybody at work drinks it, so I drink it. Or my girlfriends, my guy friends drink beer. I don't want to give up my beer because I'm afraid if I do, and I sit with all the guys on a Friday night, they're not going to ask me to hang out anymore. If I don't get as drunk as them, and if I don't get as rowdy as them, or behave the way they behave, that I'm not going to be part of the group anymore.
So can you come back to the pendulum for a minute? Because I really love that visual. And I think it's incredibly important for people to understand that that pendulum doesn't happen necessarily in an entire day. You can be one way for that day, and then the next day and over the course of a week, you come to the other end where it's now I want to bully. And it can happen all in one morning as well. So it's just being able to recognize where on that spectrum your emotions are sitting.
You could have a parent who people pleases their spouse and who bullies the children.
Yeah.
So that the children are becoming people pleasers as well. And then they perpetuate that when they grow up an adult or try to adult and marry their own partner, and then people please their spouse and train their children to become the people pleasers too.
So you're knowing or subconsciously figuring out who you can get away with certain behaviors.
Yeah. And we test the waters when we're people pleasers.
Of course.
We go into a friend group or we go into a work environment and we have to figure out where we get placed in there. If we're going to be the one that stands up all the time, if we throw temper tantrums, we did a show on temper tantrums.
I loved that one.
In Coffee with the Sarlos a couple of weeks ago. If you're interested and you want to catch that one to help you figure out if you're one of those people having a people-pleasing temper tantrum or if you're having a bully temper tantrum.
Yes.
I think the people-pleasing temper tantrum is where you say, and you want to give in to that person over and over again. And then you want to make sure that other people want to meet their needs too. So you bully other people to people please one person.
Like rounding them up.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so this is really neat. And I love all the points that we're making, but I want to come back to helping people identify which one they are.
Okay.
So what are some great tools or questions that we can throw out to the audience to sort of do self-reflection?
Okay. Well, I think one of the ones that I can think of, Kelly, is right off the bat is, am I happy? Mm-hmm. Am I peaceful? Am I stressed all the time? Do my shoulders come up around my earlobes
Yeah.
when I'm around certain people? Do I not finish my own thoughts or my own sentences? Do I withhold information from others? That's a big thing people pleasers do. They withhold information in relationships. When they do that, it's simply because they don't think their own opinion is going to matter anyway.
Right.
And
So the silent temper tantrum.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. I think it's okay to pause too so that people can listen to us and be able to sit back and go, okay, wow, I never thought of it that way.
Oh yeah, I know even for myself at certain points I didn't realize I was having a temper tantrum by being quiet.
Yeah.
And I don't mean not responding. So when someone speaks, you give a or some kind of verbal acknowledgement that you've heard them. But I mean the silence of I'm not going to offer my opinion, even though I've acknowledged what you've said, or I'm not going to offer collaborative ideas, right?
Oh, I like how you're saying collaborative. But it can also be too, Kelly, that people now know they're going into their temper tantrum, the people pleasers. And even when you speak, I'm not going to look at you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, I'm going to give you stone cold silence.
Right.
And you better be aware that I've gone from saying my to a total dead silence for you.
Yeah. So we're hoping as the temper tantrum throwers that other people are going to pick up on our subtle changes in behavior.
Oh, we're training them to.
And react to them, yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
The beginning of a people pleaser, the beginning stages is we hope they're going to pay attention, but then we build up steam and we know they're going to. We get results. And as soon as we get the results, we've got them looped. We're training them.
Yeah, we've got the control.
Just like the bully trains people. People pleaser can train people too. And whether they realize they're doing it or not, and I want to stress that some people don't know they're doing it because it's what they got trained to do in life too. And then there are some people who know they're doing it and are purposeful in their strategy of doing that. It's how they gain momentum. And I think of work environments where somebody super people pleases the boss, but turns around and can be absolutely mean to her coworkers or his coworkers. I want to go back and forth because I don't want people to think that women are the only ones that are people pleasers.
Oh, yes.
And sometimes we get held into that thinking that women are, and we don't realize that males can do the same thing.
Oh, and I've referred that book in so many treatments to men as well and just said, don't get stuck on the pronoun. This is a personality behavior.
Oh, that's good to point out about Beverly's book. Yeah, because she does call it the nice girl syndrome, and there are reasons why she refers to it as mostly a female-dominated area.
Because historically we've been trained the most. I want to go back to the question that you asked. So the very first one was, am I happy? Because I think there are so many people that don't know how to evaluate that all on its own. If happiness means I'm getting my way, if happiness means my things in my home are nice, if happiness means that I look good to other people and my children look good, then really have I evaluated what the core of happiness is?
Right. That sounds like a lot of work. And
the evaluation process? Well, I hope so.
Well, absolutely. It sounds like a lot of work, Kelly, to a people pleaser because they only want to think that people pleasing others is the only amount of work they're going to expend in a day. And because it's familiar work, they don't really know and understand that it's exhausting.
Yes.
Or that there's something easier out there, like a self-evaluation of, are you truly happy? It can scare them to think, what do you mean, am I truly happy? What do you mean? If I really have to work at that and listen to that, I might have to make some other changes. And that's one of the reasons why people pleasers stay stuck.
Yeah.
They don't want to have to do the work to actually change. They think that work is going to be harder than the people pleasing.
Well, I think this will be interesting for people to listen to, that if in show one, they're identifying their own kind of people pleaser, or that they are multiple kinds on different days, like you said, to different people, they may go through and listen to episodes 2 through 5 with one type in mind and figure out what tools can apply when I'm in this mode.
Oh, that's lovely. And Kel, I think the questions that you said, what kind of tools can we give people? They're going to come out in all 4 shows, and they're going to be all over Beverly and Jell's shows, in Coffee with the Sarlos, lots of tools. Stick with the shows, even if you don't think you're a people pleaser, because you may recognize that in some areas, as we're saying, you can be, and that it's not in all aspects. But it's good for you also to recognize if other people are doing it to you. And I want to stress this, because if you're in a relationship and your spouse, your partner, your best friend, whatever your main go-to person is in life, is a people pleaser, you are screwed. You
With
are
no tools.
You are snafu'd, because how do you ever really feel that you can trust that person? And boy, oh boy, if this is your partner in life, you already know you can't.
Well, and I think as well, if that's the issue, you already don't feel like you can trust yourself.
Yeah, because if you have a people pleaser in a relationship, there's no foundation, because they don't give you one. They withhold the foundation from you.
Excellent.
Okay.
So if you have questions or comments about today's show, you can email us at info@bysarlo.com. Otherwise, have an exceptional Monday.